watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today it's time to have a look at some new secret rares from the new set Stellar Miracle over in Japan, as well as looking at those pull rates like we always do when there's a new set over in Japan. Remember, Japan has set pull rates for their boxes, which occasionally deviate, but almost always, I think, positively. You might get an extra EX, that's a good thing. Whereas over here, we just don't, so we can't do those kind of videos because we just don't know enough about them. I'm sorry. But to make it up to you, how about Special Illustration Rare Briar? This is an extremely cool card. This is a card I like very much indeed. This is a card where I thought we would get one. Because remember, I showed you Full Art Briar the other day. Full Art Briar, I showed you, and we do this as we're gearing up to the release of a Japanese set. And I say, look, they've shown us the full art, but they often do this where they show the full art, but they don't show the Special Illustration Rare, and we're left wondering if there is going to be a Special Illustration Rare. Now, for Briar, I kind of assumed there was going to be, and there is, and I think this is awesome. Big fan, ladies and gentlemen. Big fan. Looks very dramatic. But it looks like playing around with Terra stuff, which you should. Now remember, Briar as a card is actually a really nice card, because what we've got here is a supporter card that you can only play if your opponent's got exactly 2 prizes remaining, which is awkward and means you can't always use it. But this turn, if you take a KO with a Terra Pokemon, you take an extra prize. It's ridiculous. Like, Charizard decks are going to be able to use this to take the last 3 prizes all at once. That's absurd. Your opponent's got 2 prizes remaining, Charizard hits for 300 damage, and now takes an extra prize? Yeah, that's absurd, honestly. Absolutely absurd. And the thing is, like, Charizard decks are going to be playing Pidgeot, so they will be able to search this out when they need it. Other decks are going to be playing Forest Seal Stone, so they'll be able to search it out when they need it. You can still play Luminion, so you can search this out when you need it. We're in a good time right now in the Pokemon TCG for searching out one-off supporter cards when you need them. And frankly, this is the perfect one-off supporter card on the perfect turn when you need it. Make no mistake about it, you're going to see this card when it's legal. Not for World, remember. This set won't be legal for Worlds. We have to be a little bit later than that. But when we get there, ladies and gentlemen, oh, I assure you, this is going to be a card we're going to see. It's not going to be like a 4 of in every deck. That's ridiculous. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a card we see. But there's another illustration rare which has gone and been shown off. It is Archaludon. And I'm going to be honest with you. The regular artwork is done by Kato. So I'm a little bit like, love the alternate art here. Love the illustration rare. It's beautiful. And I'm a little bit like, it's Kato. I generally just adore Kato artwork. So I mean, look, we got 2 brilliant versions of this card artwork-wise now. That can't be a bad thing. And it's running through Kitakami, it looks like. Just kind of being like, hi, I'm here to buy some snacks despite being Archaludon. It's weird, all right, but I love it. Big fan. And what we've got here is that if it's got any metal energy attached to it, free retreat. Okay. It's not bad. It's not amazing. Oh, sorry. Free retreat to all of your Pokemon with any metal energy attached. Yeah, that's a lot better. This Pokemon getting free retreat for itself, nah, mate. But this Pokemon giving free retreat to any Pokemon with metal energy attached, yes. Don't forget, of course, we've still got the Metal Maker Metang, which means that getting metal energy on your Pokemon is going to be, if not super easy, at the very least doable, which is a nice touch. And this can give you free retreat. It's only a stage 1, and it can give free retreat to all of your Pokemon in a metal deck. That alone gives me reason to play this card. Not saying it's going to be a massive stable in a billion different decks. I'm saying it's a really interesting card. The attack's 160 damage. You can't use it next turn. Meh. Well, technically, actually, next turn, this Pokemon can't attack with anything. But free energy 160 on a stage 1 single prizer. It's fine, but it fails my does it KO Luminion test. That's my test for pretty much any attack where I've got to put a bit of effort in. Free energy on a stage 1 is effort. Does it KO Luminion? No. That's my test. It fails the test. But it's not the only artwork rare that they got in their box. They also got the Zeraora and the really stunning Mitsuhiro Rita Crabominable. Oh, look. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, to exactly what we expected. We have got ourselves free illustration rares. And every time we get an opening of a box on the Japanese YouTube channel, I'm always hoping they pull artwork rares that we haven't seen before, just so we can see some new ones. These ones they actually hit really nicely here. The Zeraora is stunning, and the Mitsuhiro Rita Crabominable is phenomenal. As a quick reminder, the Zeraora's actually got a really nice attack, 20 damage, plus 20 for each of your opponent's bench, which is nice. And the Crabominable's got an attack for 250 damage, and it's expensive, but it's reduced by 1 for every Kofu supporter card in your discard pile. So this is one I've got my eye on here. So what else did they get in the box? What else can we see in terms of pull rates? Well, they went and got themselves, like you might expect, one A-Spec. We've had a bunch of sets. Now, it was a good one, by the way. Well, one of the good ones. It's a tool that reduces the cost of Terra Pokemon's attacks by 1. It is another card I expect to see a bunch of. And it's not just for Stellar Terra Pokemon. It works for all Terra Pokemon. So I'm just putting it out there. This is pretty cool. I like this. They get one of the A-Specs. There's only 3 A-Specs in a set. You get one of them in the box, which is nice. And then they went and got 4 EXs. This time around, they got Terrapagos, Stellar Terra one. We got Lapras, Stellar Terra. And then Dashpan and Orthworm. There's actually a really nice symmetry to the EXs they got here, because there's 4 Stellar Terra Pokemon in the set. Oh, this is your time to try and guess the 4 they didn't get, see if you can remember. And then there's 4 regular EXs in the set. I am 99.9% sure you're not actually just going to get 2 Stellar, 2 regular in the set. That would be super weird. But, hey, that'd be kind of cool, right? Just to be clear, there's like no chance that's actually happening. But hey-ho. Now, if you're wondering which ones they didn't get, Stellar Terra EXs, they didn't get Galvantula and Cinderace. And regular EXs, they didn't get Medicham or Hydrapple. Cool. So here's the box as a whole, and it's the usual thing. The pull rates seem to be standard, which I love. Opening Japanese boxes is so satisfying. You get 4 of the 8 EXs in the set. You get 1 of the 3 A-Specs in the set. You get 3 of the 12 artwork rares, and 1 random secret rare. That could be a full art, special illustration rare, gold card. Here they actually hit really well. This is a really good box. They got a good A-Spec, a special illustration rare supporter, and they hit Terrapagos, which I think is ended up really going to be good. That's my theory on it. And I think this is really nice. For me personally, I've told you my theory before, I buy 2 boxes of every Japanese set now. Because if I buy 2 boxes, best case scenario, I get 2 of the 3 A-Specs, I only need to buy 1. I've got all 8 EXs. Now, realistically, the chance of getting exactly 8 out of 8 over the 2 boxes is slim. Happened, I've had it before, but generally I need to buy like 1 to 3 EXs, that's quite nice. And then hopefully 6 different artwork rares, so I only need to go and buy 6. I know some people out there collect special illustration rares and all of that. I'm not rich, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have infinite money. So I collect the regular cards up to EXs, and then A-Specs, and, well, that's a regular card, to be fair, it's in the regular numbering. And then secret rares, I do collect the illustration rares. I do want a complete set of those. But my point is, this is very, very nice. Pull rates seem to be standard now. Getting an A-Spec, 3 illustration rares, 4 EXs, and a regular. And remember, Japanese boxes are smaller and cheaper. At the current exchange rate, and this is always, likely to change and all of that. But at the current exchange rate, these Japanese boxes that retail for 5,400 yen, they only actually cost, well, for me, I'm buying them at retail from the Pokemon Center and I'm paying £26 a box. Over in the US at retail, it's $34. Now, obviously, we have to pay postage and all of that, but I got a bunch of stuff coming from Japan. importing all kinds of video games and cards and all of that, so the postage ends up being quite reasonable. Pull rates for what you're paying for a box is absurd. I absolutely love it. If only I was going to Japan in less than a month. So, for now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know your opinion on these new secret rares. I want to know what you think about the pull rates of Japanese sets. I want to know anything you want to tell me. So, let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. And get shoutouts on the channel like the lovely Uriel Rojas, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.